Today I want to go over what sustainable sobriety looks like in really a low-tech way. And the thing is, most people who are in later stage alcohol use disorder, stage 3, stage 4, statistically, they're never going to obtain sustainable sobriety. But let's look at some different scenarios on what it actually takes to get there and why it's so important to nip this thing in the bud when you're in the earlier stages before you become physically, emotionally, chemically, and psychologically addicted to alcohol. Okay, so here we have a scenario, and this is you. And one day you wake up and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. This has gone on for 10 years. Okay, you're tired of waking up hungover, you're tired of hiding it, you're tired of the emotions that you get from the people in your life. You're sick of it. People are mad at you, your parents won't even talk to you, your husband, your wife is just about ready to walk out the door. The effect that you know that you've had on your children is just unbelievable. And you realize you have a lot of self-loathing and you're just unhappy generally with yourself. You're kidding yourself sometimes. You're even lying to yourself at the degree of problem that you have. You know you got a problem, but you have no idea where to go and what to do to solve the problem. So you wake up one day and you say, I'm not drinking. I don't care what happens. You take the empty or the half full bottle of wine that you have in the refrigerator and you show it in front of your spouse and you dump it down the sink and you declare, I'm never going to drink again. Okay, so we go to day 1. Day 2, day 3, day 4. Your friend comes over with a bottle of wine. Hey, it's Friday night. Come on, let's have a drink. What's the problem? And you think, well, I haven't drank in 4 days. I deserve one. Let's just have one. I'm really trying to stop. I'm trying to cut back. I don't really want one, but okay. So your friend pours you a glass of wine. Your husband's out. He's on a trip that night. You wake up the next morning. The two of you have downed 4 bottles of wine. You're hungover. Again, you're disgusted with yourself. And you're starting all the way back here. What are you going to do now? So you wake up the next day and you declare, well, this is it. I'm going to stop now. But now I'm going to take it a little bit seriously. I'm going to go to an AA meeting or Smart Recovery or Women for Sobriety or a local outpatient facility. I'm going to get a sponsor. Okay, I'm going to bond with people in these organizations and I'm going to get to work. I can't do this anymore. I don't want my spouse to find out that I drank again after declaring that I wouldn't do this. So here we go. We start back again. So maybe you go a month. That's awesome. You get a 30-day pin. And you get a 60-day pin. Oh my God, you're almost to your 90-day pin and somebody in your life passes away. Your spouse loses their job. Or you go to a wedding that you've been meaning to go to and there's alcohol there and you've done really well. You've gone almost 90 days without drinking and you drink. You drink that drink and then all hell breaks loose. That drink turns into 10 and they got to carry you out of the wedding or they got to carry you out of the reception or they got to carry you out of the funeral or you've just completely relapsed. In fact, it's even worse than you were before and you completely go back to square one all over again. And now it's getting serious. Maybe you got a DUI, maybe you got 2, maybe you got 3, maybe your spouse is really filed for divorce. Maybe you're going to lose children, maybe you're going to lose really key people in your life. And you go, you got to do something. This is getting real. Okay? Things are really starting to happen in your life that are very negative and they're negatively going to impact your life. And now you double down. You're going to go to therapy every day. In fact, you realize, maybe I need more than that because after this last incident, maybe I should check into a detox and a rehabilitation facility. So your spouse agrees to do that. Give it one last chance. You got to throw yourself into this. So you go to a detox rehab. You're back here. In fact, you're back here. You're worse off than when you first started. And you go to that detox rehab. You spend 7 days in a detox rehab, and then you spend 30 days in the rehab. So you got 30 days. You get out, and immediately you do 90 days in outpatient group therapy. So you made it almost to 4 months, 5 months, and you're doing well. You're doing really well. You're getting there, okay? You keep going. Maybe you get to a year. That would be amazing. You got to a whole year and you're feeling comfortable about yourself. People in your life are starting to trust you again. Relationships are starting to be rebuilt. People are starting to forget the old you, in fact. But deep down inside, you know it's just waiting for you at any minute. You still have cravings for alcohol. You still desire alcohol. You still think about it, and it's in the back of your head. It's really, really much a part of you. But through group therapy, you've really been able to understand the why you're drinking. Why did this begin, at all? Okay, was it trauma? Was it stress? You have to deal with your emotions. And instead of covering up with alcohol, you've decided to do more positive things like repairing your relationships, working out, doing things that are creative, and finding purpose in your life. So you got to a year. Let's see what happens now. So real quick, you got to a year. Statistically, you've done better than 75% of the people who started back down here. Only 25% will ever see a year or two. 25% will ever get there. Certainly people who are in the later stages. So you keep going, your life is better, and you realize you want to keep going, and you make it to 5 years. And when you've made it to 5 years, you have a 60% chance, which is the highest probability, and you've met your goal of getting it to 5 years. You have a 60% chance that you're never going to drink again. It's the highest probability. That's the goal. And for all intents and purposes, you finally made it. So if you want to know a scenario, what happens when you don't get to 5 years, when you don't get to that highest probability, you can read the memoir, Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. Amanda never got a 60-day pinch. She never got that far. So it's important to understand, don't live the life of Amanda. And we can learn from her. It's so important. You can find it on the link in the link tree. I also have a complete coaching program that helps people in their aftercare work. It's called Set Up a Breakthrough Call. Again, link is in the link tree. It takes about 45 minutes. We do a deep dive in what's going on with you and your family. The call is free. The course is definitely not, but I'm looking for people who want to change their lives and the lives of their family. And again, thanks so much for listening.